Okay, so I just took the Certified Peer Support Specialist training program, and I got it at the beginning of February. So it's the end of February now. I got it at the beginning of February, and it was basically a participant workbook. And so I did the first half of the workbook by myself and just learned a bunch of new stuff. And then I did the second yesterday and the day before, the 24th and the 25th, I did the in person class. And I just want to say my mind is blown. Um, I learned a whole new way of being at that class. And now I have the manual to keep helping me go back to that. And I just want to relate to how my story um, would have been so different, maybe, had I had a peer support specialist that knew this material. I just, I have been, from since my recovery journey started, uh, shortly after it started, I was referred to Food and Care Coalition in Provo, Utah, and then they referred me to Wasatch Behavioral Health. And they have been awesome. I've been going there for 6 years now, and they've taken such good care of me. They hooked me up with a therapist, and they hooked me up with medicine, and they hooked me up with a caseworker. And basically, I was in a place where I couldn't do any of that stuff by myself, and so they provided, like, the caseworker, she, anything I needed, like housing, she would say I was doing the work, but really she was doing everything with me. Like, I just show up to my appointments, and she'll will have like applied for housing with me and food stamps. So she did all the work because I wasn't even in a place where I could do that stuff. But she did all the work, and then I saw a therapist, and I worked on so many things. Like, I had it's just I was in a lot different place back then. I had to do a lot of healing, and I had so much trauma, and I had to learn boundaries again because I had no boundaries whatsoever. And so I've done a lot of work, and this Wasatch Mental Health it's Wasatch Behavioral Health now, but it was Wasatch Mental Health. This program has done so much for me and changed my life. But for the first 2 years that I started going there, I was on um, well, they one of my therapists said that she thinks that I should get on disability, and at that time I needed disability. Like, I had been traumatic brain injury and a drug addict and living on the streets for 3 years, and at that time I really did. It would have been nice to have disability, but I was just on disability welfare, getting $300 a month from the state, and um, and all the therapists did all the work for me. The case manager did all the work for me, applying for Social Security. So there's 2 years while I was waiting for this Social Security to come through, and for these 2 years, they're having me go to Clubhouse at Wasatch Mental Health, which is awesome. It's for the people who are kind of on Social Security already, who have nothing to do all day, so they kind of go and they mingle together, and they. So I went to the Clubhouse, and I could barely even make it to that, like every couple of days. But the problem was is that I was focusing on my problem, and I was focusing on all the things that were wrong with me. I was focusing on everything that was wrong with me. So for 2 years, I sat with $300 a month, um, not being able to. I was literally disabled, and that's literally all I thought of, and that's all my appointments were about. And the thing is like, at that time, I really did need it, but I just think what would have happened if I had somebody who knew how to do motivational interviewing and talk to me more about my strengths and focused more on what's hopeful and what am I interested in, and got like a spark out of me. Um, like, I was taken care of by my Wasatch Behavioral Health, and they meant well, and they took good care of me. But it's been 5 years now, and I'm just starting. I took a Safe Harbors class, and then I took the CPSS training, and it's just really blowing my mind. I'm really excited because I have an interview on Monday for a job that I know I'm going to get, that I really, really want. And if I'm not going to get it, then I'll get another one that I have another interview for on Monday that I really, really want. And there's just so much to this, so I'm going to keep going back and looking at my bookmarks and learning it, but it's just taught me, it's like what we focus on is, so it's like teaching people strategically, like catch it, check it, change it. That's so smart. And then teaching people like we think our way through life, and we can think creatively, and we can choose to like just do good, like do great, and like all these tools. Anyway, I'm just super grateful for the class, and I'm super grateful that I passed the test with 97.4. Two of the questions I knew the answer to, but I just was just like, well, anyway, don't second guess yourself. And that's all I have for today. I'm just super grateful that God sets me up with things. Like all the help I've gotten was God helping me. And it was through people, because they're serving the Lord. And they're serving me, and I've been served, and I've been taken care of. My recovery story is just lined chock full of miracles. Like I've got miracles everywhere. But it's just like you get what you need when you're ready. And so I'm grateful that it took a whole year for me to get into this peer support group, because it's the timing is perfect. And if it was before, I probably wouldn't have been ready. So this has been an awesome class, and it's called Certified Peer Support Specialist Training Program from the Extension Utah State University. Yeah. And I just want to thank my teachers.